Hello everyone, it's Dawn here and welcome back. Well, as promised yesterday, I told you I was going to show you how to use our fabulous Derwent watercolour pencils, or any watercolour pencils that you might have, and we're going to paint a sunset. And hopefully it'll be beautiful. The problem with sunsets are you can plan them as much as you like, but you never really know how they're going to work out. So let's get going and hope for the best. So I'm going to start with Red Violet Lake. I will be using 6 colours, but don't worry, you won't have to remember them. I will put them in the description below. I will add a link in the description below so that you can refer to them if you want, if you're using the Derwent pencils, or you can find your own equivalent if you're using something else. And so we're going to start at the top with Red Violet Lake. I'm just going to put that right at the top of the sky here, and we're going to make it we're going to press fairly hard, not very hard, but medium firm. But then I'm going to show you how we avoid this going green, because although it's a violet lake, it has got a blue in it. And if you put a blue next to a yellow, if I was to put the sunset there, the yellow part, it would go green, a type of yucky green. And we definitely don't want that. So in order to stop that from happening, what we're going to do, we are going to put a barrier. We're going to put Rose Madder Lake. And we're not going to put it in even strips, but we're going to make it interesting. We're going to bring that down there, but we're going to leave a gap. But don't worry, the gap won't show by the time we're finished. We're going to put this in lovely, beautiful stripes, so that hopefully, when we finish this sunset, it will indeed look beautiful. And we're going to blend that. In some of those gaps, we're going to put a magenta. So in this gap here, I'm going to swap it with a magenta, so that you get a bit of variation in the colour. So, as I said, we don't really know how this is going to come out. Hopefully it'll look nice. So we'll find out together. And then I'm going to put my yellow, and I'm going to be using deep cadmium for that. And that's this one here. And I'm going to be pressing fairly firmly with that one. And so that's fine. I'm just going to put the ones that I've already used back in my tin so that I don't pick them out by mistake and use them again. Not that I do anything as daft as that. Yeah, I would. And here we're going to do a bit of a mixture. We're going to have a bit of yellow coming in from the side here. We won't have any more yellow in this particular painting, but what I am going to do is use a bit of Spectrum Orange and blend that in on that side, just like that. And in this little gap here, I'm going to do another little shading of Spectrum Orange, getting paler. What we do, we ease off the pressure, and I'm going to put this here, we ease off the pressure as we get to the bottom so that it fades out and goes lovely and pale. And on the very bottom here, where it meets the grass, I am going to use a light violet. I think, yes, a light violet. And we use very little pressure here, because as it goes away, it will look paler. So this is where we've got all our lovely colours. And now this is the moment of truth. We use our brush and dip it in the water, of course, and we're going to blend this, and this will either be a total disaster or it'll look reasonably good. So let's hope. Here we go. So we blend it. Oh, that's looking rather nice at the moment. But selective blending, I like to call this. We're not going to do a all the way across like that, because then it would look a mess. So we're going to blend that top part there like that. Wash our brush. Always wash your brush, because you are going to get colour showing on your brush. Especially with these strong colours. It doesn't matter if that goes up into that a little bit. See there, can you see? I'm not sure if you can see that, but you have got a bit of colour on the brush. Not sure if you can see that, but hopefully you can. When I review this video, I'll have a look back and see if I can see it. And so wash the brush after every section, otherwise it will just mingle in and it might look a bit of a mess. And with a sunset, we don't want a mess. We want it to look beautiful. So you bring it down to there, keep going. Oh, it's not looking too bad so far. we're okay. Now, we need this yellow bit. Oh, let's just blend in this orange. That's it. Now, we need this yellow to stay fairly bright, so we don't want too much water. Oh, that's lovely. Yes, I like that. So blend that in there, wash out the brush, and then just put that bit in there. And then we're going to carry on down to the next section here. So you can see this lovely streak, and if they do gently just blend in like that, as long as the yellow doesn't blend into anything that's blue, it will be fine and it won't go green. So that's what we want to avoid. Anything else you'll get away with. So there is our beautiful sunset. It hasn't come out quite as I imagined it would, but there we go. Sunsets are like that. So we can wash that up there. And we have our beautiful sunset. That doesn't look bad actually. It's not quite how I imagined it was, but that's not bad. If you wanted to, once it's a little bit drier, you can go back with one of the other colours. For example, if you think, oh, that red could be just a little bit more prominent, you can go back and just emphasise that lovely red pattern. If you think, I really don't want to lose that lovely red pattern in the sky, you can always go back and emphasise it like that. And that really does make a difference, as I'm sure you'll agree. So hopefully that's given you a rough idea how to paint a really beautiful sunset. And again, we can just use our brush just to soften that just a little bit. We don't want it to disappear, but we do want it to look soft. We don't want it to look rough. So there we have our beautiful sunset. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you have a go at painting your own sunsets with your watercolour pencils. And this did take a bit longer. I'm sorry about that, but it's one of those things, sunsets do. And tomorrow we are going to be painting a night sky. And I hope you do come back for that, because I'm going to show you a very special and really unusual way of putting in the stars. So do come back for that. And in the meantime, please stay safe in these troubled times. Have fun with your painting, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.